It's Friday, and Toby and I are going to the New Mexico Museum of Natural History and Science. It's down in the museum area of Albuquerque, and so it's not too far. It'll be nice indoorsy, so we'll stay warm. It's very sunny, and it looks warm outside, but when you get out there, it's there's a little breeze. It's just like ice on your skin. So it's a good day to be indoors.
It's still in the 20s right now. But I'm looking forward to this trip, natural
History and science.
natural history and science. We're going to see lots of things from geology to paleontology to archaeology to anthropology. So it covers a lot of territory.
And astronomy.
And astronomy. Plus it has an IMAX theater and it has a planetarium. So we're going to try and get in. We've kind of got our schedule set so we can see some of the movies. Of course, we can't show those with you, but we do want to see them. And then we have to go by Mama's Minerals one more time.
Okay.
Because it's literally right up the street.
It
okay?
is.
Here we go, guys.
That's cool. It's near the Hotel Albuquerque. That's what it's called. Albuquerque, and then there's the Chaco.
So it's actually closer to the Chaco because the Chaco is on the same side.
It's a really nice area of town.
Yeah. And some very nice restaurants in that area as well.
We're looking forward to it.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay, so we're here in the parking lot, and it's a pretty good sized parking lot, but it does fill up. So get here early if you want a good spot.
There is a larger parking lot across the street. So if the one right next to the museum is full, just go across the street. There's a bigger parking lot there. You can park on the street in this area as well if you have that whole parking on the street thing.
Yep, so we're going to go inside. I did see a school bus, so it's probably pretty full today with kids and tour groups and whatnot. So we'll see how it goes.
So Shelley suggested last night that we were going to do more full screen shooting. So we're going to see how that works out. We're going to shoot some material that is only one camera worthy as opposed to two of them. I thought it was a really good idea, so we're going to try it out today. So you'll see some differences. Okay,
we're inside the Museum of Natural History. It's very loud in here, so we'll be talking very loudly today and hope that the audio works out. And it says New Mexico Museum of Natural History, January 1986, dedicated to the collection, preservation, exhibition, and interpretation of biological and geological materials that represent the natural history of New Mexico and the Southwest. Established by the 34th Legislature, second session, 1980, Bruce King, Governor. Da, da, da. It doesn't say da, da, da. I just added that.
The
dramatic effect.
No, that was the dramatic effect.
Behind us you see the gift shop, which is closed to everybody except the kids that are in there apparently.
So we'll go through the gift shop later. Oh, you exit through the gift shop.
Exit through the gift shop. Oh, well, see, you can't exit. Once you're in, you can't get back out again. This is where museum exhibits, fossil works, planetarium, dino theater, space science, elevators, restrooms. This is where everything is. The map, discovery store, dinosaur show. All the people who are being very loud. All the museums we've been to so far have been very quiet, so quiet we would whisper. This one you have to shout because they're full of kids and loud people. The dinosaur puts on a show, but we missed it.
I'll bet if you press that button over there, it does it again.
What button where?
No. We're How'd you manage to get Spanish?
English is
All
here.
right.
Meet the Beast, Mexico's own tyrannosaur. Explore the Bisty Beast and its family of tyrannosaurs.
Oh, that's from the Bisty Badlands?
Museum's animatronic Bisty Beast was named Bella by a public vote. Discover how she was designed and built.
Where's the animatronic part? Is that one?
Play video.
That's interesting.
All right.
So
Learning about the Bisty Beast and how it was created. Animatronic robot built with a pneumatic system.
it was built by Kokoro Company in Japan.
Watch the time-lapse video here to take a step-by-step journey through Bella's installation.
I want to see it do something.
Here they are making it.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. I have to steal your jacket.
It's just the best
Okay, I have to steal your vest.
because
Roadrunner, are you guys part of the group coming?
no, we're
a group of
YouTubers.
two.
We have our own YouTube channel.
Oh, and I'm interrupting. Bye-bye.
No, you're not interrupting. You're fine.
Roadrunner is
How do we
our,
get it to
is
make
our
noise?
what do you call it? Logo.
I was going to say, that's my spirit animal.
Oh,
You're going to love Coelophysis.
Coelophysis is here, huh?
Coelophysis
Cool.
is here. We've been to Ghost Ranch.
You're going to love the mass death.
Oh,
That's
you.
how they found out so much about it. They
Yeah,
have it upstairs.
it's upstairs. We'll go look. Thank you. So do me a favor and put your camera on that, because there's actually. He's actually moving. He's supposed to growl at some point.
See it moving. See the face? It moves. Blinking at you. Tail moves.
He's moving his little hands and he's moving his head. Does it growl or anything?
Well, it was putting on a show when we got here, but we were down the hall. So yeah, it does something. I think it's on a timer. I think it's on a timer, probably. Probably does a show every 15 minutes or something on the hour, and the 45, and the 15, and the 30. That's my guess. So about 5 more minutes.
So lots of interaction in here, mostly for children. Oh gosh.
Turtle. Hey, turtle.
Really active turtle. Excuse me.
Hey there, turtle. Whoop. Hey, turtle. Here he is. That is the western box turtle. Trying to say hello to you guys.
I lost Shelley.
There's a snaky. Snaky, snaky. That would be the desert king snake hiding in there and sleeping. Cicada killer. Velvet ant.
And she packed over a hole. She wanted some privacy.
I see. So let me get her on camera so she didn't have any.
Her paparazzi. Yeah, so she backfilled her hole there.
Oh.
She comes up when she's hungry, cruises all over and eats, goes back down, and then she's doesn't feel social. Backfills.
Very cool. Stop looking at me.
Rich fossil records spanning some 500 million years. Of particular note are the many unique fossil vertebrates that include fishes, amphibians, reptiles, turtles, dinosaurs, and birds, and mammals. This exhibit displays some of the recent discoveries and iconic fossils from the land of enchantment that were collected by the New Mexico Museum of Natural History and Science. I gotta go back and find Shelley.
Gopher snake. Gopher snaky. There's its face right there. Getting all the animals.
Snakies.
Yeah.
He's
Face
not
is
an
right there.
animatronic.
No, these are real.
Snake skin.
Beaver skeleton.
So if we keep pointing at the wall, that's because a group of kids is passing by, and it's better for us not to have them on the video. YouTube gets nervous when you have kids in your videos. So we're back to our fossil bones.
1118. I don't know what makes the dinosaur. Maybe it's only every half hour.
Well, that's a partial skull and lower jaw. You know what it looks like? It looks like that creature from that science fiction movie. Not Aliens. Yeah, Aliens. With Sigourney Weaver.
Okay, I haven't seen it because I'm not a big horror fan. Looks like your grandson there. This little guy.
Little
like right
blonde
now.
baby. Little white blonde baby. So they're very proud of their fossil collection. So this is a fossil of the combination of a bison, this part here, and a camel up there.
A camel?
Camel.
Huh.
We had them in the Southwest.
Well, they shipped them in, yeah, for a while.
No. Bison and camel were prehistoric creatures here in the Southwest.
I didn't know that. I know they shipped them back in for a while because they were gone, but then they died off again because people hunted them, I think. I don't know. They didn't like camels for some reason.
So this looks like the research lab. Let's just give you
I feel like
So you
we're
can see,
missing
like,
all
the,
the things
ones we
as
s-
they're happening.
I'm sorry?
So I feel like we're missing all the things in the other rooms as they're happening.
All right, well, let's go to the
I hear a
other.
voice.
You want to go that way first?
Yeah, that's where I hear the sound. Oh, it's this guy.
So the best way to do this is to get a CT scan. But the skull is just too big to fit in the body.
In the Kirtland Formation, Cretaceous, about 74 million years ago, San Juan County.
Los Alamos.
For something where we couldn't actually fit the whole part in our field of view when we were taking pictures, just having to dimension sections. And
That's an
not
amazing
all of it
fossil.
Or is it a cast?
That's a good question. Because these, I've noticed that they're very proud of their fossil
Like the white
collection.
piece. A lot of glue on this one, a lot of pieces.
So I think what we ought to do, we're going to be stuck with this thing of trying to get everything, right? And there's just too much in here. There's not enough video for it. So I say we do a walkthrough, okay? We just walk through as much of the museum as we can, downstairs and upstairs. And then end that, then come back for photos, right, that tell the story, and you want to be able to tell that story.
Me.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're going to tell me what to shoot based on what you think will make the best photo story,
Oh, okay.
okay? And then we'll do an outro,
All right.
and then we'll see if we can get into a couple of the movies. All right.
All right.
So we're on the move now.
On the move. Oscar Mike. Here we go.
So this is our climate.
Energy.
There's our Elephant Butte Reservoir.
That's only to 2011. It doesn't even get up to this year.
And it's even worse now.
Yep. Here's the Jemez. Oh, that's
Oh, the
fire
fire
that
damage.
happened in 2011 when the sky turned red. Ice Age and caves.
So we're going backwards towards the ice ages.
Aha. Got the mammoth.
The American mastodon. Saber-toothed cat.
Camelops. Aha.
There's your camel.
Did not know they were here.
We had camels. And this was a juvenile.
A member of the llama tribe, larger than its closest living relative, the guanaco. But it's a camelops, not a dromedary. Don't be confused. Don't be confused. Here's the map, in case you're interested.
Look at that mammoth tooth.
Tales told by teeth. Tales as old as teeth. Look at that. Chewing. That's the carnivore teeth. Here's the herbivore teeth.
Now, you got to keep in mind all these
Round
fossils
and round
are
and round we go. Where we stop, nobody knows.
New Mexican. I mean, they were in New Mexico. They were recovered in New Mexico.
Going in the cave.
We're not going to be able to see anything. Oh, the entrance is on the other side.
We're always trying to go in the out and out the in.
Guys, come on.
But where do we go in then? Because that arrow pointed.
I thought it pointed back this
It
way.
points this way. Look, cave. This way. See the cave? I don't know where it ends up at though, because there was no out. Unless the in and the out is the same.
The same, and then just want to make sure you don't lose yourself in the exit.
I guess.
All right.
Now it's gonna be full of people though.
Loud people.
Yeah. Oh, we can push some more buttons. I don't see nothing happening. Now the light came on.
Maybe they're
That's all
just
that
lighting it.
happened. Oh, it's just lights.
Have y'all ever been in a real cave, guys? Have you been in a real cave? I need to take you to the cave.
Real cave.
So I think we're going to wait until this family goes through. We'll come back to the cave.
That hole is rich, isn't it?
More exhibits are through the cave.
Oh,
So
okay.
apparently it comes out somewhere. Follow the numbered halls for your walk through time.
All right, let's do that.
So they'll go out a different, wherever it ends up at.
So they're still in here somewhere. Well, we should find them.
All right, let's wait.
What's their name?
We'll edit this out.
So where do you want to go next?
I want to go in the cave, but I want to wait until they're further on.
Oh,
So just hold for a minute.
wolf, dire wolf. Ew.
Isn't that
like
from
on, Game of Thrones? Dire wolves lived in forests and shrublands, hunting in packs like modern wolves.
look at their shoulder blades. Why are they so big?
I was just like, why is this plant moving? I guess it's just barely hanging on. It's weird.
Oh, I was wrong. I thought they were all from New Mexico. This dire wolf lived in forest and shrublands, hunting in packs like modern wolves, cast from the original. Oh, that's what you were watching. The leaf spinning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that it's hanging on. But
It's like, hey, this plant's moving. We better go now, or we're just going to
so
be
these, the casts
waiting
were
forever
from
for
originals
children.
found in La Brea tar pits, California.
Hello.
But look at how good the casts are. Oh,
There's more coming, so
Okay,
you
all right.
wait any longer.
so I don't know how much you guys can see here.
We got a stalactite.
I never remember. Stalactite. There was a way that you could remember, like, what the difference between the one that comes from.
Oh, I don't know.
Bats like it when it's dark.
Cave creatures.
People keep throwing money in the.
This
It's
is
not good for it. It's going to leach all the minerals out of the money and do something weird. They probably scoop it out every now and then.
there's your cave formations
Where? What?
over there.
Go ahead. So we don't run into each other. I don't know if we're ever going to be able to see anything on these
Yeah.
videos.
So the stalactites begin as soda straws, hollow thin tubes of calcite. When water flows on the outside of the tube, it increases in width and forms a stalactite. So the stalactites are from the ground.
Soda straws. Okay. Stalactite.
All right, here it is. Stalactites and stalagmites. Stalactites hang tight to the ceiling, and
Shield.
stalagmites might grow upward to meet a stalactite
Flows down.
and form the column. These formations generally grow less than 1 centimeter per century. So a stalactite hangs on tight to the ceiling, and a stalagmite might grow upward to meet a stalactite.
Cave pearl.
All right. So Shelley missed that part.
Cave needle. Cave flower. And gypsum spear. Aha. Now we know what everything is.
Oh. So we went backwards. Did you get the stalactite and the stalagmite thing?
Yeah.
So what's a stalactite
Hangs from the ceiling,
and a stalagmite?
grows from the floor. But then I knew that. Evolution of the horsey horse.
We had elephants, apparently.
Camel and cat trackway slab.
Oh, no, they're mastodons.
Ninth grade to 12th grade. I just like to help them resist the temptation.
Thunder beast. Duchenidus.
Thunder
It's like
beast.
a kind of a cross between a rhino and a hippopotamus, but it lives on land. So, it's just like that.
Wrong place, wrong time. It got caught in a volcano, a mud flow. Diotrima
Giant bird.
was one of the largest land-dwelling birds that ever lived.
What kind of bird is it?
Diotrima.
Interesting.
Wow. How'd you like to run into that guy? Eocene fossils found near Cuba, New Mexico. We're not far from Cuba and Bernalillo.
Turn volcano around the corner. Volcano. Ah. Which way? Volcano that way?
We need to
I think
go.
we've been there.
We've been through there. We need to go this
You're
way.
roaring.
And then up the elevator.
Do you want to go through the volcano?
What?
No, they beat us to it.
Oh,
This is underwater.
so this is when New Mexico was underwater.
Cretaceous seas of New Mexico.
God, we had this wonderful variety of creatures.
Do not touch, do not climb, do not.
During the Cretaceous.
That's the mosasaur. Lunchtime.
No, that's our T-Rex, I'll bet.
Where? We've lost him again. What's going on? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I'm so lost. Look. So much going on all the time. Another cave. Now we're lost. I don't know where Toby is.
So I think we can get up there somehow.
Coal mine, that's what that was.
I don't know where Shelley went. Can we get up that
It just
ramp?
keeps going around and around and around. It's like a spiral that never
Let's
ends.
do it.
Cretaceous deposits of the San Juan Basin. This is touch a fossil or rock layer to learn
So
more.
here's New Mexico. That
Here's the
part was-
gold.
This is a very unique tooth because it comes from the mouth of a Tyrannosaurus rex. T-Rex fossils are found only in rocks that are between 67 million and 65 million years old. Because the tooth and the dinosaur skull were found on the same rock layer, it means that the dinosaur lived at the same time as T-Rex, between 67 and 65 million years ago. This one tooth is helped to find a fairly precise age.
I feel like we're missing something. I hear all kinds
You
of
mean the
sounds.
honking?
Yeah, all kinds of sounds going on. What is all that? What is happening?
What's that?
Lots of FOMO here. Coal miners finding dinosaur stuff.
mass extinction 65 million years ago.
Oh God.
So it landed in the western part of the Gulf of Mexico at Yucatan, at the Yucatan Peninsula. And over X number of years, it effectively killed off all the dinosaurs because it killed off food sources, even for the meat eaters. And so it's referred to as the fifth great extinction. So the KT extinction
You mean whales, maybe?
is identified by the KT boundary. And the KT boundary is the Cretaceous period from 144 million years to 55 million years ago. The K stands for the Crete, the German equivalent of Cretaceous, chalk time. And throughout the planet Earth, if you dig down, eventually you find what is referred to as the KT boundary. And the KT boundary is a couple of inches thick worth of material that was left behind after the asteroid hit the Earth, killed everything, and left all this material behind. And the reason they figured out it was an asteroid is because this pair of scientists, a father and a son, neither of whom was a geologist, discovered that there was a mineral in the KT boundary that only came from asteroids, from outer space. It was not natural to the planet Earth. And so that's how they determined it was actually an asteroid. It was theoretical up until that point. And honestly, there's still debate about exactly what happened. But that was 65 million years ago, and that's what killed off all the dinosaurs that had been around since 350 million years ago. And as I said, that was the fifth mass extinction. There were 4 prior to that, and there are some scientists that believe, because of the way our various species are disappearing, we're actually going through a 6th mass extinction right now, caused by, guess who? Us. So what we're doing here is we're walking up a spiral.
So that's the sounds we were hearing before, was this Parasaurolophus might have made using its crest. Okay, so they thought that that could toot like a big old horn, I guess.
So these are all fossils of various. Oh, I guess we could have taken the elevator up.
And
That was
missed
the
all
whole-
this stuff, yeah.
Pardon?
And missed all this stuff.
Yeah.
We have to get down.
So there's that set of maps that show from the top 100 million
Mexico
years ago. And as you can see, the Western Inland Seaway So for those of you that remember the Fen treasure, I actually had a theory of where warm waters halt based on the Western Inland Seaway because it went through the 4 treasure states. So this is a modern shell collection. These aren't fossils, these are modern shells. Oh, so, and these are actually larger than life-sized version of these various shells. They're magnified in this case, so those are casts. These, I think, are natural shells here. Yeah. So during the Cretaceous period, that's what the New Mexico seacoast looked like. I was looking at it, I was looking up at the Western Inland Seaway, and you can track it around to where you, in comparison to where you are today. And it turns out that my little house in Bernalillo would have been a seafront property.
Sure, now. Now we're not senile. Could have lived there then. Oh boy. Good stuff.
So they're getting bigger.
Okay guys, is this true or false? Is this real or not? Stegosaurus had a
How do we know birds are descended from dinosaurs? Unique inherited features shared by birds and theropod dinosaurs, including hollow bones, upright posture, number of toes on the feet, indicate a close relationship. What's that sound?
A birdie. I'm looking at the tail end here. So tail goes all the way over
Yeah.
there.
We're looking at its butt.
I'm going to put my hand out just so you can see the size comparison. So it's good to keep in mind that during the 2 periods in which dinosaurs lived, there were no hominids. They had the place to themselves, and they had plenty of food, and they had the same genetic material that would cause them to respond from their environment. And their environment enabled them to grow to these amazing sizes with relatively small brains. which is why that over hundreds of millions of years. I mean, think of this. The dinosaurs were here hundreds of millions of years. They grew in size and they grew enough of a brain to survive, but they never went beyond that. And that was over 300 million years, so they had plenty of time to develop. We've been around, roughly speaking, even if you went to the first of us missing links, 5 million years. So imagine if we had 300 million years to evolve as humans. What would we be? Would we grow into giants? Really, really smart giants? Or would we just eventually wipe ourselves off the face of the planets? Or would some circumstance that would occur, like an asteroid
For
hitting
us,
the Earth?
to be giants is not a good idea. The taller people are, usually the shorter their lifespan or the more pain they have in their bodies during
Oh,
their
is that true?
lifetime.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So here's our Jurassic period from 200 to 400, 142 million years ago. So it goes back to 46,000 million years ago, which is 4.6 billion years where the geologic map starts, all the way through these. And prior to this, the Carboniferous period. There's Triassic and Jurassic and Cretaceous. The Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous was the combined age of the dinosaurs, right up until 65 million years ago. And right now we're in the Quaternary geological period of the Cenozoic era. So there are places in New Mexico, lots of places near us. Oh, look. He looks familiar. He looks like what we saw at Ghost Ranch. Where you can go and literally just kind of dig a couple of feet into the ground because there was a seashore, and you can find these sea animals, the trilobites. So those dark green locations on the map are the Triassic period, which was the dawn of the dinosaurs. And you can still go back to these areas. Well, not us, but there are people who can go back to these areas and dig up dinosaur bones.
Ancient bat.
These are birdies. The dinosaur birdies.
There's the Coelophysis. I see right there.
Oh, there is, yeah. Shelley's gotten good at spotting Coelophysis. Let's go look at Coelophysis. So he's a bronze, but you can see where people have touched him. So it's rubbed off some of the tarnish and polished it in a way. Coelophysis, New Mexico's official state fossil. And apparently I've finally learned how to pronounce it.
That's right. Took us all day, but we did it.
So that's about the size there. So what would you say?
Like I
Large
said.
dog?
Well, you know, so like, yeah, a Great Dane,
Yeah, through there.
but
What's
then
that?
it's got a long neck and a long tail.
Long tail. So the long tail was for balance. The long neck was for
But they didn't put
Competitiveness.
they didn't put feathers on this one either.
Those are definitely meat-eating teeth, huh? Don't you think?
Well, small. Yeah, they ate small animals.
Oh, okay. So you remember when we went to the Paleontology Museum at Ghost Ranch, and we showed you that one dig that they were doing, that they were taking bones out of. This is a cast of part of that. So this is the bunch of coelophysis that were at the bottom of the quarry and buried in mud. And Shelley said that it was the result of being caught at the quarry in a flash flood. Is that
Yeah,
right?
they swept them all down into one spot. That's what the paleontologists believed.
So here's how the paleontologists envision that scene. Oh, we can zoom in. Coelophysis bari. And I just got that book. I haven't just got into it, and it's that book by either Colbert or Colbert.
Colbert.
It's spelled Colbert, and the book is entitled "The Little Dinosaurs of Ghost Ranch," and it goes through the whole process that they went through of discovery, and then expansion on the discovery and recovering the fossils. And I'm just in chapter 2. Oh. That's an interesting face there, isn't it?
This guy got squooshed.
Now, the advantage for mammals and for insects is lots of mammals, reptiles, and insects survived the great mass extinction of 65 million years ago. And since they weren't dinosaur fodder anymore, they grew and they expanded. And I mean both in terms of physical size, but the species. So more species developed.
Petrified wood from Triassic forests. Boy, look at the fishies.
I love when they
Fishies trying to
polish
get
the
Fishy.
petrified wood.
Oh, fishy fish.
Oh, is that a fish?
Yes.
It's a lungfish. Lungfish fossils date back to the Devonian period and document about 400 million years of evolution. Oh.
Well, there's a little one. Some little fishies in there.
During the late Triassic, fully upright dinosaurs.
And there's a goldfish in the bed.
One thing that makes a dinosaur is the fact that the limbs are upright.
Big dog fishes.
That change from sprawling limbs to upright limbs, and environmental change led from dense forest to landscapes with more open country.
So the green lines represent the
More efficient runners. Environment
species that were persistent. And they include the amphibians,
Oh
the
no!
mammals, and the lungfish that we just saw.
and evolution. Animals that are adapted to environments that do not change, or that change little for hundreds of millions of years.
So we're still upstairs?
We are upstairs. Emergence. See, this is where you should start when you take photos.
Oh, I see. Walk through time.
Origins.
My battery's about to die.
Uh-oh. Where's the dinosaur?
How's yours doing?
I don't know. Probably the same as yours. Yeah. Same as yours. And then there's a chocolate exhibit over there across the hall.
We need to still get the chocolate done.
Yeah, we should probably turn it off and then wait for the dinosaur to come to life and shoot that.
Well, I'm going to go get some batteries for us.
Oh, okay.
Shelley's getting the same shot from the other side. Or maybe not. She's got a selfie going with a dinosaur.
Cheese. It's okay. It's just a machine. It's not real.
All right, I think we got it that time.
All right, well, that was Bella having a little show for us, scaring all the children.
Did you get your shot with a beastie?
Yeah,
dinosaur?
you'll have to pull it out as a screen cap because it was video. Do you
Check,
want
check,
both
check,
cameras
check.
or just one?
Just one, but I want you to read that. So Shelley found this sample of this specimen, huge specimen, right, of Smithsonite, which is very New Mexican and can be found down by Socorro at the Kelly mine.
Mm-hmm. That's
Go
where
ahead.
it came from. Yep.
Read it for me.
Smithsonite, named for James Smithson, the founder of the Smithsonian Institution in Washington, D.C. Smithsonite was mined in New Mexico for many years as an ore of zinc. This 175-pound specimen in a travertine matrix was removed from the Kelly mine near Magdalena during the 1920s. The New Jersey Zinc Company displayed it in New York City until the 1970s, when it was displayed by the Morris Museum in New Jersey. In 1989, it became the first specimen accessioned into the permanent mineral collection of the New Mexico Museum of Natural History and Science. The return of this Smithsonite specimen to New Mexico is appropriate because some people want it to become New Mexico's official state mineral. What do you think? I think the state mineral is already turquoise.
Well, it
There's
would,
a big specimen of turquoise
and it
over
would
here.
have to fight with turquoise to get it.
See, this is turquoise over here.
So they do have, wow, look at that specimen.
They're very similar in color.
So it has copper, aluminum, phosphorus, oxygen. So there's the chemical. makeup there.
And it was from the Blue Star Claim number 8 mine, Eureka County, New Mexico. Nevada, sorry, that's from Nevada.
So they do have a display of specimens. So I was
Here's
at
some more
Mama's
Smithsonite.
Minerals the other day, and I was looking for a specimen of azurite and malachite, and there was one about 3 inches long, maybe less, and I turned it over and it was $249, a little bit out of my budget.
Malachite from Bisbee, Arizona. Here's in this case is the minerals from New Mexico.
These are really big specimens of these minerals. Some pyrite, of course. Turquoise, that looks like it's been polished, but man, look at the size of that turquoise in the matrix, just amazing. There's some more pyrite. There's a lot of pyrite in New Mexico.
Here they have little wires you can see through the magnifying glass. Nickel sulfide.
Did you see any gold at all?
I did not.
All right, so we're going to go into the
The movie
chocolate area.
just got out, so everybody's going to be here now.
And it continues on the second floor.
Did you hear what I said?
No, what?
The movie just got out, so everybody's going to come straight in here. So where it was completely empty before, now it's completely full of people.
Well, we're just going to walk folks through. Oh, but we were planning to shoot an outro working.
Yeah.
So that's a seed pod, a cocoa seed pod. Cacao. Where chocolate comes from. So the Chacoans of northwestern New Mexico had a ceremony that involved drinking chocolate. And there are no cacao trees in New Mexico, so it was assumed that it came up through Central America, through Mexico, and into New Mexico, which is how they acquired it. And they traded for it. So interestingly enough, while we see it as a candy bar, chocolate is part of New Mexico's natural history. That's how they hang from the cacao tree, and then you have to break them open, and they're kind of gummy inside.
And you have seeds. 30 to 50 seeds, enough to make about 7 milk chocolate bars.
Yum.
Interesting.
Oh, that's interesting. The ancient Maya grew cacao in their own backyards. Just like Californians grow oranges and Floridans grow grapefruits.
So it says animals, like monkeys, they'll get in there and eat the pulp, but they'll spit out the seeds because they're bitter, and then the seed will grow in a tree. Or
A new tree.
Yeah.
So chocolate seeds were traded as money in the Central American cultures, including the Aztecs. This is how, I guess it's walking us through how it got to
So I guess you could plant them, but it would have to be in the right environment to grow.
yeah, tropical. Very close to the equator. So when Cortez invaded the Aztecs in 1519, he was looking for gold. And instead, he found storerooms packed with cacao seeds. Well, I gotta say this about this museum. When they decide to do a display,
Lip ornaments.
they do a display. Oh, so you could buy fruits and vegetables with them. So the seeds were
Used as an abacus?
a counting tool. So if you wanted an avocado, you paid 3 cacao seeds, turkey eggs, 3, tomato, 1, 5 green chilies, 1, a tamale, 1 cacao seed.
Tamalero.
El tamalero. So since now I have to pay $5 for a tamale, that means 1 cacao seed is worth $5 American. Oh, they got a movie on chocolate. All right. Is this where we're going to do it?
Yeah.
Not a lot of light. Let's turn around this way. At least we get a reflection here.
We can go out where there's more light if you want.
No,
There's
we're good. I think we're okay.
other places. All right. Well, that's our visit to the New Mexico Museum of Natural History and Science. We found basically this museum starts with when the Earth was born and takes us through all of the things that happened to the Earth and kind of focuses on different parts of history, natural history.
So the important thing I think about this museum is that although it starts at the beginning of the Earth 4 million years ago, it starts getting serious at the Cenozoic, or is it Triassic? That's serious at
Triassic
the
and Cretaceous.
Cretaceous. And it's all in the context of the New Mexico, but there's some Southwest in there. So what makes it interesting is that a lot of the things that you find here, these fossils, are New Mexican fossils. Even the trilobites and things like that that were left behind the western interior seaway. So what's cool about this museum, it really is, it's not a museum of natural history and science. It's the New Mexico Museum of Natural History and Science. And that's what makes it so interesting. It was done really, really well. The exhibits are great exhibits. They're very informative. You could spend a day in this exhibit in chocolate. You could spend a day just watching the movies, going to each of the different movies. And you would have to spend 2 or 3 days here doing this museum justice by, going to each one of the exhibits, starting with the upstairs. There's, I think, four sections upstairs and another 4 downstairs. So we're going to get pictures of those for you. So you'll have the portfolio. All right.
And then we'll stop at the gift shop on the way out and see if they have any pins for our
We need
guests.
pins. I gotta have those pins. So.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all we have for today, and we had a good time. And we suggest that anybody could have a good time here. A lot of kids. It's all ADA, so you can get around if you're in a wheelchair. There's elevators everywhere. Yeah, it's definitely a must-see if you're in Albuquerque.
Agreed.
All right.